When the first teasers and trailers released for this Harry Potter-inspired racial satire, people were critical of it, saying that it was not going to do good, and it didn't really seem like there was any audience that this really appealed to. But now that it's finally released, we can confirm that it is a certified bomb. Before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, follow me on social media, and consider supporting through Patreon or through YouTube memberships. Now, of course, we can see right off the bat with the name of this movie that it was very questionable, okay? The American Society of Magical Negroes, not a name that really evokes a lot of confidence. But even the teasers and the trailers we saw for this movie were not particularly strong either. It seemed like a Harry Potter inspired world that is very heavily, based on racial dialogue. It's supposed to be a racial satire surrounded by mediocre looking sets, a very odd color grading to the movie, and just not very good lineups of actors. But now that it's released, we can see that it is a certified bomb. Now, of course, this is a verified audience score, and we know that Rotten Tomatoes really only keeps verified audience scores around because they are pretty easy to manipulate, so I never really take those seriously, but I will take the all audience seriously because Rotten Tomatoes doesn't filter in and out all audience reviews, or so they say, but it is sitting at a measly 28% all audience with over 250 ratings. And while, of course, I do not like or trust critic reviews, even the critics are panning it with a 19% from the top critics. Now, these are very, very bad scores, some of the lowest that I've actually seen in quite a while. And let's just take a peek at what the audiences are saying right now. Of course, we all knew that it was probably going to mock white people. That's the whole basis of this story. It's about a world where these black magical folks have to, make a world more comfortable for white people so the white people don't come after them. Doesn't really seem very funny, at least to me, and apparently to everybody else who went and saw it. And you would think that the people who went and saw it would be the people who would have liked it, or the people who thought that they were in the general audience this movie was made for, but even they're panning it. Who let people write something like this movie? Not even a smirk. This movie is unbelievable, but judging by the half star, it's not for positive reasons. This movie was bad, could have been better, but I guess could have been worse. This type of movie should go straight to streaming. A waste of money, uninspired garbage, poor acting, worst plot, avoid at all costs. And when we initially saw this, we all kind of thought of the Key and Peele skit if Harry Potter was an inner city school. And that was actually a very funny skit that most people enjoyed, but it just seemed like with the American Society, they were trying to take it a step further, and it didn't really seem like it had all that much comedy in it, judging by the trailer and judging by the awful box office numbers. There's no way for them to recover from this, and I would generally agree that if this had went direct to streaming, I think that it probably would have done significantly better. But as you can see, the American Society stumbled to the number 9 spot at the domestic box office, earning just $1.25 million in its opening weekend. I mean, I'm shocked. I cannot believe a racist movie would do terrible. How could that be? Who could have foreseen this? Oh yeah, literally everyone. For months, we've been laughing at this movie since its initial trailer came out, saying that it was most likely going to be a dud at the box office, and it is. It's hilarious to see this happen because there were people who were genuinely excited for this to come out, like the creative team. They really thought that this was going to be some massive smashing success, and they'd have spin-offs, and they'd have this whole universe, but that clearly is not going to happen, judging by it being an absolute bomb at the box office. But that's all that I had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.